Hey YouTube, Creature here, back again with another episode of Let's Play Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. This time we're going to be taking on the Tiger X. Now, I'm going to say right now, this guy is possibly one of the hardest bosses to just, probably one of the biggest walls in the game, in my opinion. That's based on a fact of one, he goes into rage mode. After he takes a bit of damage, say maybe like 10% of his health, it will get to a point in the fight where he will spend so much time in rage mode and get put back in rage mode so quickly after coming out of it that he may as well permanently be in it. Now, after looking at other monsters, if I'm gonna compare his rage mode to any, Monoblos is the closest, but still a good shot off. His rage mode, my health right now, he could probably 3-hit me. Now, that'd be okay, but his speed, all his animations are incredibly sped up. Ridiculously sped up in rage mode. So, you can't really dive out the way of any of his skills. This guy's a very chainy, very chain stunner. He does that. He'll do that a lot. And he has this attack where he'll do this attack where he just runs at you, and then at the end of it, he'll just instantly combo it into another run at you. And you've noticed I've already taken damage. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the Antica. If I recall correctly, this guy's renowned for his body just becoming damage. If you're under a Rathalos or something, if you're under its foot and it moves its foot forward, you'll take some stomp damage. This guy, you take that damage way too much. And yeah, the reason why he chain combos you a lot, the time you spend stunned is just a bit more than the time you spend that he takes to redo attacks. And I couldn't get out of there because the blind guard pretty much locked me into his arm pit. So yeah, as you're seeing, I'm almost dead already, and I have barely been able to attack him because he gets one attack on me, and it will guarantee to follow up with more. And that's without rage mode. Bear in mind that this guy is almost permanently rage mode when after he first goes into it. There's also the fact that his damage is so high. Compared this guy to Kashadior, in the first fight against the Kashadior, it lasted 25 minutes. I used a max potion and the first aid meds. Now, if you want to compare that to anything, then when we finish this quest, you can look at how long it takes me to kill him, which, honestly, might be about the same time. Because I do not expect this quest going quick. Yeah, you can see what I mean. His entire body was just a massive hitbox for that attack. So it wasn't just a case of if you get hit by his face or his claw, you'll take damage. His tail kind of chipped me, and it hurt me. Oh god, no, he's going to Aerate. I don't like this guy in Aerate. There's one good thing about Aerate, but he runs around so much. There's two areas of Aerate really. There's the really thin part where you don't want to fight anything, and then there's this wide open bit which is great for fighting stuff. When monsters go into the thin part, it really fucking sucks. If you're wondering why I'm focusing on his tail so much, I want to see if I can get that off before he starts going in rage mode. It's literally just a case of I want to see if I can get rid of it just so a few of his attacks have slightly less range. too late. His claws have gone red, so now he's in rage mode. That's how quick he runs in rage mode. This fight, for a new player, will kill him. It will kill a new player so many times. Right, now if you're wondering what I'm gonna try and attempt to do here, I'm gonna try and get him to run at me now. No, of course he didn't. And now he's gonna combo me to... He even does his idle animation so much quicker as well. Oh, okay, his tail's off. Okay, progress. Shit. Bear in mind, this game is fictional as fuck, and there's no way any creature could physically do what he's doing in real life, like how quickly he stops after he dashes when he's in rage mode. Like, you could say this game didn't want to take it so seriously, but I don't think that's quite the case. It's just like, it wanted to pit you against strong monsters, but it had to go out of the realms of realism to achieve it. Now, if you're wondering what I'm actually trying to do, I'm actually trying to make him run at that wall. But if he's just gonna jump everywhere, then it's like, the thing I find really annoying about what I'm trying to do, if he runs at it, it works. If he jumps at it with his mouth wide open, it doesn't. And I got stuck in his hitbox. Sadly, that's going to be a real consistent thing with some of the upcoming bosses. Now you just got to do that again. I forgot the attack homes in. If I stand there too long, I'm going to just get slammed. But if I don't stand there, then... Okay, there's no point. There's no point. It's wasting so much time because he's just not cooperating. So I've just got to hit him and just... This should have been a really easy way to break his face. It didn't even happen. It has to be so perfectly dead on that it didn't even happen. And he stopped the charge just a little bit too early there. That I genuinely, like, I wanted to show it off, but it has to be done so perfectly that it's just... It's gonna take too much time. Like, the amount of damage I can get off on him while he's in the wall. Like, it's just exactly what happens to the Monoboss, except with the Monoboss it's not coded to be like a 2 degrees failure rate. Like, it has to be directly on with this guy for some strange reason. Yeah, this guy, it's also pretty much impossible to use rolling invincible frames because, one, he pushes you around a ridiculous amount. Two, most of his attacks have like 2 parts where they can really badly hurt you. So the best you're gonna get out of a rolling invisible frame thing with this guy is you take a flinch instead of a full attack. But the thing is, his entire body's an attack hitbox when he's like running or jumping or anything like that. I really just don't see that happening. He's probably gonna go in rage mode now. Go up. Rage mode so quick. Bear in mind, for a lot of monsters, rage mode is based on the damage they take. So that means this guy has taken enough damage already to get himself stuck in rage mode again. Let's see if I can't try this one more time. My cat's gonna stop it, isn't he? That is literally perfect. If you'd stop throwing ice balls at my cat. You really switching area now, all times. Gonna quickly sharpen, just so I don't need to during the fight. This guy is gonna take so long because when he's in rage mode, the window of actually being able to attack him is so tiny that I might be able to get one slash off and then I have to run away and heal. Also, look how much time he gets to do whatever he wants after he screams. And remember how much damage that did? Like, when he did it to me beforehand? Yeah, it just did about double. And I fucking hate that dead zone on my controller. I don't know why it's there. By the way, that just refreshed his rage mode. He didn't even come out of it and he's already back in it. That's how little damage this guy has to take to go in rage mode. Like, if I keep fighting him in rage mode, he'll never come out. Like, the only time he'll ever come out is when he weak and wants to retreat. But even then, rage mode takes priority over that. So this guy pretty much never flinches if you keep fighting him. Yeah, so now I'm just getting stuck inside him, and I've lost over half my health to just being stuck inside his hitboxes and being thrown around. This guy is as a title creature, I can see why Monster Hunter Freedom 2 kind of flopped. Compared to the Rattlers, this guy is just so cheesy. Like, there's no way of putting it. He's just really cheesy, and the stun locks, the hitbox issues with this guy. It's like, I have no idea if they... And the amount of times he just switches area. Like, most monsters when they switch area will go out of rage mode. Him, no, he never leaves rage mode. Like, it's such a weird way of doing it. Like, yeah, they've done it with multiple creatures and it just, none of them make sense. Like, Diablos is just always in rage mode. He comes out of rage mode, you hit him once, he's in rage mode again. Happens with Tigerax. Monobloss, like, even though Monobloss was bad with it, he is nowhere near as bad as Diablos. Look, he literally just switched area and came out of rage mode. I hit him, and boom, he's in rage mode again. Like, that actually... Sadly, I'm on the wrong side, because I've already broken this claw. Did I just scar his face? It's not even like I can do what I normally do with other monsters, where I just like hit them once and roll. Which is like meant to be like a save, like kind of like a safe way to fight. With this guy, if I hit him at all, I just get knocked back. Beaten to shit. And yeah, I'll admit part of the whole thing with his fight is the area. Snowy Mountains, the two areas of Snowy Mountains. Area 6 is not so bad, but the areas in Snowy Mountains are horrible for fighting large monsters. They're just so small. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do in this situation. And my hot drink's already worn off. And I'm about to start on my mega potions. It's like anytime I try and get hit on him, I just get punished for it. It's like not even bad positioning or anything, it's just a case of I tried to hit him. So even trying to heal when he's not in rage mode. This guy, like, honestly, I feel like this is one of the worst bosses in the game. And that's really sad because he was, like, the flagship creature of Monster Hunter Freedom 2. Which at the time when it came out, I really praised it. It was it felt really good to me. But there was always this guy who was just, like, yeah, I get he was tough, and that his high damage and high health and all that was to try and force. Like, this guy has been really loaded with artificial difficulty at this point in the game, because this is supposed to be like the epic fight to save the village. So his health and damage and everything is so jacked up that I don't think it really matters what armor you have. You're going to be taking stupid amounts of damage. But all the other aspects of the fight just remain the same. His rage mode is exactly the same as when you fight him any other way. He's just a kind of juiced up low rank Tigrex. And I don't know, it's just like the way Diaboss was in the first game, like it was one of the least favored to fight creatures because of that. Like, yeah, sure, I get that Capcom aren't really people for listening to what their fans have to say. Being in the West, I really understand that. Like, the fact that so many big name YouTubers imported Monster Hunter Portal 3rd, a fan translation was made, that they wouldn't even acknowledge that the West were interested in it. Like, either Japan is just really cut off from everything and they have IP blocking up the arse, or they just really don't seem to give a shit about the opinion of the world. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the latter. The rest of the world just seems to be nothing but wars and shit. And it really doesn't surprise me that Japan doesn't want to, you know, get involved with that kind of shit. But it's like there's so many Monster Hunter games that just are never gonna come to the West. Like, yeah, sure, Monster Hunter Frontier is a full-blown MMO, so that coming to the West is a huge deal. But then they gave someone the authorization to make a English version of a game called PlanetSide Online 2. Not Planet. PS2 is just, it's gonna be stuck in my head as PlanetSide 2. I hit him twice and he's back in rage mode. But Phantasy Star Online 2, they gave a company the go-ahead to make an English version of the game. You know what company they gave it to? I can't even remember what they were called. Like PlaySoft Asia or something. But basically, so now the people that can play Phantasy Star Online 2 are Japan and its surrounding countries. That was, like, the people in those surrounding countries were already playing Phantasy Star Online 2. And they were using English patches to play it. They gave an Asian company the rights to make an English version of their Asian game. Oh yeah, that Rohachi. So honestly, yeah, chain locked. I'm actually gonna die here. Never mind. I managed to pull off an invincibility frame stuff. Well, that's his crest broken. Back in rage mode. Oh no, he's now limping. Now he's back in rage mode. I genuinely believed that rage mode took priority. Like, it was my genuine belief that rage mode took priority over limping. But yeah, so now I just got around to area 3. If I had bombs, I'd capture this guy. Everything's happening at a really weird time today. Like, I normally record this early because there's normally no distractions, but now people are waking up earlier than normal. It's like the garbage men are coming earlier than usual. It's like, so weird. Why is everything happening at such an earlier time? Oh, he's in sleep and he's still in rage mode. Come on, game. But yeah, I'm still really salty about that whole Phantasy Star Online 2 thing. Like, when we saw the whole, like, Facebook page for it and everything, how it was advertising itself as, like, the English version, we were all like, so we can finally actually play this game. Because Sega had actually just, like, I used to play Phantasy Star Online 2. I used to use the English patch, and like, I used to even wait for all the Japanese patches to take their age and a half to download, just so I could play it. It was a really fun game. Then Sega decided that they'd bring IP blocking into the picture, so no one outside of Japan could even touch it. And then they then gave it to make the English version, they gave it to a company that has little experience in actually translating. Like, I'm not sure how much experience they have in actually translating games, but they gave it to an Asian company to translate, and the translations they've made, like the sentences and stuff on the game, they're not even coherent English. So they've given it to a company who doesn't even understand the language that it's meant to be. They're advertising it as like the English version. It's like, when it's only for Asia. It's literally like for 4 countries in Asia. That's it. That's the only people that can play it. 4 countries in Asia, like Malaysia, Taiwan, or Philippines, or something like that. I can't remember exactly who they are. But yeah, I'm really salty about that. Yeah, we got a pretty low amount of stuff in the reward, to be honest. But yeah, so that was the Tigrex. He actually has a low amount of base health, and despite me saying that his health was like really jacked up there, like, it is the case of that was more health than he normally has. Anyway, next episode we're gonna go through and talk to all these people, and then we're probably gonna just sort out upgrades and stuff, and then take a look at what the new quests have in store. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.